Hey, hi and welcome back. Now let's start with this video, which is Introduction to Library Modification Process. So now let me tell you what you will learn in this video. So in previous video, we discussed the process to install the libraries in the Eagle software, okay? And in this video, I am going to show you how to modify those libraries, okay? Now here you will have a question why we have to modify those libraries. See, the reason is we have actually downloaded those libraries from the external website, okay? And it might happen that the libraries that we downloaded, we might not be happy with the symbol and the footprints of those libraries, okay? So in that case, we may find a need to do the changes in the symbol and in the footprint of the library of that particular component, okay? That's the reason I have dedicated a separate video for the modification of the library. And in this video, I will show you how to modify or the procedure to modify the symbol. And after that, I will show you the process to modify the footprint. So I will show you the process to modify the symbol and then footprint. Alright. So that's how basically we are going to cover this video. And I'm sure you will learn something valuable in this video. Okay. So now let's start with this video. Alright. So now let me show you the procedure to modify the library. So first of all, I will show you how to modify the symbol and later I will show you how to modify the footprint. Now first of all, I will enable the grid and after that OK. And in order to modify the library, first of all, I will take one component. So I'm going to select the same IC that we downloaded from the SnapEDA website. So this is basically the IC that we downloaded from the SnapEDA website at Vega328P -AU. So I will select this one and after that I will click on OK. So I will place here and after that I will click on escape. And I will actually select one more IC just to show you the demonstration. I'm actually selecting this IC with a purpose and I will tell you what's the purpose. So I will select this one. This is actually the same IC at Vega328P -AU. So I will select this one. And after that I will click on OK and after that I will place it here and then escape and then cancel. Now if you observe this particular symbol, this is actually the same IC, the symbol is different and again this is the symbol for the same IC. But you know, this was actually the symbol when I downloaded from the external website and later I modified that symbol to this particular symbol, okay? And I actually modified this symbol as per my convenience, as per the requirement of the application or as per the requirement of the circuitry. And you know, generally when you download the, a symbol from different websites, you might not be happy with the symbols that you downloaded. For example, if I have to show you the symbol from component search engine website, just a second, let me click on OK. So this is how basically the symbol from component search engine website look like. And this symbol is not actually good at all. And neither I will recommend you to use this kind of symbol, when you design the circuit. So there is actually some standards that you need to follow while you create the symbol. There is actually one standard which is called as IPC standard. So whenever we create the symbol or whenever we create the footprint for a specific component, we have to follow the IPC standard. But now that at this point we are actually just getting started, so you don't need to much bother about IPC standard. You can straight away modify the symbol as per your convenience, okay? But if I have to give you some tips related to the symbol modification or symbol creation, generally whenever we create the symbol of a controller or any IC, we generally keep the power lines or power pins at the top right end, okay? So this is basically the top right end and you can see here in this symbol I have kept the VCC on the top right end. In the same way, the ground symbol or ground pin, actually it should be on the bottom right end, okay? So these are actually some stuff, small things that you need to keep in your mind while creating the symbol or while doing the modification in the symbol, okay? And all these things that I have followed in this symbol, like AVCC on top right end, ground on bottom right end, those things are actually missing in this symbol, okay? That's the reason this symbol is actually not suitable, while creating the schematic. And that's the reason this particular video is actually important. Why the modification of symbol is important. So now I will show you how to modify the symbol. So in order to modify the symbol, what you have to do? First of all, I'm considering this symbol and I'm going to modify this symbol. I'm just going to show you the procedure to modify this symbol, okay? I'm not covering every single point, okay? Otherwise it will take a lot of time. So in this IC, first of all, you have to right click on this plus icon. And after that, you can see here open symbol option is there. So you have to click on this one, okay? And now you can actually do the changes in this particular symbol. For example, if I have to increase the width and the height of this symbol, then I can do that with the help of this move option. And most of the options that you will see here, you must be familiar with all these options. So with the help of this option, I will move this symbol. So I will just increase the width of this symbol. Then I will increase the height of this symbol like this. So this is how you can actually do the changes in the symbol. Now I will place all these pins on the right hand side here on this particular edge. So for that, I will make the group of all these pins, and later I will select the move option, then right click, move group, and I will place all these pins here. Okay, so that's how basically you can do the changes. Now for example, let's say that you want to keep these two pins closer, okay, close to each other, but you want to keep these two pins let's say at this position. Then again I can make the group of these two pins, okay, like this. I will click on move and then move group, and I will place these two pins here, okay. And for example, let's say if you have to change the name of these two pins, then you can do that from here. So you just have to click on this pin. I will click on right click, then I will go to properties, and you can see here from here you can change the name of this pin. So at this moment, you know, the name is just PD0, but every microcontroller that you will use, it's going to have some alternate functionality, okay. So you can write, you know, some alternate functionality for that particular pin. For example, let's say that this PD0 is let's say that it has got a RX functionality of UART interface. So I will just write PD0/RX. RX actually stands for receive. So there are actually two pins in UART interface, RX pin and TX pin. RX stands for receive and TX stands for transmit pin, okay. Some of you might not be aware of all this stuff, so you don't need to bother about it at this moment. Just consider that I'm actually writing the name of alternate functionality of this particular pin of this Atmega 328P microcontroller, okay. So I will write that here, and later if you want to do the changes at this direction, for example, the pin can be of different type. It can be input pin, output pin, it can be input output pin. After that, it can be OC pin, it can be power pin. So likewise, you know, the pin may have the different functionality, right? So based on the functionality, you can actually select the appropriate option here, and after that you can click on apply. So you can see here now the name of this particular pin is changed. So this is how basically you can do the modification in the symbol as per your requirement, okay. And that's how step by step you can actually modify this particular symbol. The process to modify the symbol is little, you know, slow, so it's going to take little time. But I hope that with this information you'll be able to do the changes in any kind of symbol. And once you are done with all the changes on the symbol, then you have to save that particular symbol, okay. So I will just save that symbol, and after that I will click on I will close this particular window, okay. So we have done the changes in the symbol. Now let's see what happens when I try to import that symbol on this schematic editor. So I will again go to add parts, and later I will select the same symbol. I will look for the same library which is from SnapEDA. So I will select this one, and after that I will click on OK. And you can see here we are getting this warning. It tells that a different version of device set Atmega 328P-AU is already present in this file, need to be updated. So this dialog box is actually talking about this particular symbol, and it's telling that the newer version of this symbol is available. So whether you want to update to the newer version or not, so we will click on yes, and you can see the symbol is now updated, okay. So that's how basically the procedure is to update the symbol of any component, okay. Now I will show you how to update the footprint. So again, the procedure in case of footprint is also same. So I will click here and alright, so the footprints are available here. So I will just check the footprint for this particular symbol. So I will click on show, and after that I will click on show here, and let's look for the footprint of this symbol. So this is basically the footprint for this symbol. So I will bring this footprint on this layout, and after that I will right click here, and after that I will click on open footprint. Now again, here you can do the same changes or you can do the changes as per your requirement. So let me show you how to do that. So quickly I will do the changes. So I will just delete, I will do small changes, okay, because here my purpose is just to show you the procedure to do the, to update the footprint and symbol, how to update the footprint and symbol of a specific library. So I will delete all these lines, and let me draw some new lines here. Generally, whenever we create the footprint, there are actually some standards, and we need to follow those standards whenever we create the footprint. Okay, it's not like you can create it in any manner. You need to actually follow the datasheet. In the datasheet of the IC, it will be given what are the different specifications for the footprint, like size of pad, what will be the size of pad, length of pad, width of pad. So considering all that information, you actually need to create the footprint. Okay, so that's how basically we do the changes in the footprint. So just to show you the process, I have done some changes in this footprint. Now I will save this particular footprint, and after that I will close this particular window. Okay, now again I will do the same process. I will go to add parts, and let's try to import that symbol on this schematic editor, and I will select the same library, snap EDA, and after that I will click on this one, and after that I will click on OK. So you can see here again we got the same dialog box. So I will click on yes, and you will observe that the changes are actually now reflected on the layout editor. Okay, so you can see I have done the changes in the layout of this particular IC, and they are now reflected. Okay, so that's how basically the procedure is to update, to do the modification in the symbol and the footprint of a specific component or a specific library. Okay, alright, so that's what I wanted to tell in this video. I hope that every single thing that we discussed in this video is now clear to you. Now I will see you in the next topic, which is about Eagle features. Okay, so I will see you in the next video now.